Alrighty guys, my name is Kevin and I made a video a week ago talking about how my diet was going. I started this diet at the beginning of June. I'll do a quick recap of the last video, I guess. At the beginning of June I was 98.7. I didn't take any pictures of the scales at that point. I would have liked to have included a picture, but I didn't. I found a picture from towards the end of June, and I'd lost 4 kilograms. I was 94.7 at that point. I'll include that picture here. And I think I just wanted to do a weekly update, so I want to try and see, if I can lose a kilo every week. The last week, I'd gone down to, what was it, 91.7 or 91.8, I think. And I was hoping that by now, a week later, I would have lost a kilo. Did I lose a kilo? Yes, which is super good. I'm very happy with that. I'm now 90.7. I'll post an image of the scales this morning here. And something else I didn't do in the last video, because I'm not used to this YouTube thing, I'm not used to editing and whatnot. I didn't include kind of before and after would be a bit of a stretch, but before pictures. So I wanted to show you some pictures of when I came to Japan, and I'll show them on screen now and pit them against what I looked like now and a couple months ago, I guess. A big difference you'll see in those pictures that I was pretty much underweight, 59 kilos at the time, as I said, and then the growth was fairly rapid from the. Those pictures are from the first 6 months of being in Japan, and I think one of them's from maybe a year or a couple years of being in Japan, and then there's some more recent ones that show how much weight I've put on. So yeah, you know my weight, and you know what my goal is. I think I said in the last one, my goal from 91.7 was 15 kilos less by October. I wanted to lose at least a kilo each week. That's still my goal, and so far I've been successful. I've lost 8 kilos in 7 weeks, just under 7 weeks. I think I've lost 8 kilos in just under 7 weeks, which is fantastic. For my diet, much is the same. So I'm having the smoothie in the morning, and then maybe I'm having something to eat before work. Like I had a bowl of tuna, a small bowl of tuna, with some onion and a little bit of mayonnaise. And it's simple, but it's effective, and it's protein. Protein is something I'm really trying to get. I'm trying to maintain my muscles. Also, if you maintain your muscles, apparently that's good for your metabolism, so your metabolism won't slow down too much, and then it's easier to lose weight. Something that I didn't mention, well, I didn't even notice actually until I think today. I've almost completely cut out carbs from my diet. I don't know if it was intentional. It's just that bread has, in a single slice of bread, there's 125 calories, and that's a lot. I don't want to get 125 calories for a single slice of bread, so I've just kind of cut that out for the most part. I'm not saying I would advise you do that. I don't know if that's good or bad. Carbohydrates are good for giving you energy through your day, so if you have a busy day, having some carbs is not a bad thing. It's just I'm just super focused on these things at the moment. I'll probably balance that out later, but there is evidence of being in a carb deficit. Actually encourages and trains your body to start using up fat to get energy instead of carbohydrates, which I'd like my body to do for sure, obviously. So I'm going to try to continue with at least a low carb diet for the foreseeable future. Right, next, I've gone through what my weight was, seen pictures of that, what my goal is, has anything changed in the past week? Am I doing anything differently? I am walking 10,000 steps a day. I'm going to, but I don't know why I'm going to do this, but I'm going to include a picture of my watch that says 10,000 steps. It seems kind of pointless, but just in case you don't believe me, I don't know. Another thing I've started to do is I'm playing I have the Oculus Quest 3, and I was playing Beat Saber on that, thinking that, it's a bit of activity, it will get me moving, and it's fun. It's it's a game, so it gamifies getting healthy, but it wasn't really doing the job unless you play that on like hard or extreme, which I'm not capable of. It wasn't really getting me as tired and as worked out as I wanted it to. So I saw recommended on YouTube a game called Punch Fit. I'll include a picture of the logo for that here. I'm not sponsored or anything, but I would highly recommend Punch Fit. I played that game. I played it 2 days ago for the first time. Played it for 20 to 30 minutes, and holy shit, I was shattered, and I sweat more than I've ever sweat in VR before. Luckily, I got the AMVR faceplate, which is leather, very easy to clean. Thank God I got that first. I also played a little bit of it yesterday, but I couldn't play that much because the first day destroyed my muscles, and you wouldn't think it would because you're just punching the air. But yeah, my biceps, my shoulders, everything, like all here is just still aching today, and even my sides and the muscles in my stomach, like super painful. I might have gone a little bit overboard, but it's encouraging to know that this has exercised so many muscle groups, and that's fantastic for a diet as well. I just got to make sure I keep on top of my protein so that I don't screw myself over. If I can heal those muscles, that should help my metabolism, and it should help me lose weight even faster. I mean, it's pretty fast now. A kilogram a week's not bad, but to maintain that, that might drop off later. So if I start incorporating these little workouts, I think that will help. I did mention last week that there were some YouTubers that I watch fairly regularly, like fitness YouTubers and health advice YouTubers. I'm going to include their names here, and I'll include their channels in the description down below. I can't remember the names now. One of them's Dr. Mike. I'll just post the names in the video. Going forward, what am I going to do? Well, essentially just what I'm doing now. I'm going to have my smoothie in the morning. I'm going to maybe have something small, hopefully something protein packed, for lunch or a snack. Lunch is kind of a big word because it's not very big, the meal that I eat, if I eat anything at all at that point. And then for dinner, I'll have, usually I have like a chicken breast with vegetables. I'll include a picture of what I usually have here. Last week I mentioned that I have lasagna. When I'm cooking for the family, I'll make lasagna and spaghetti and pizza and whatever the hell they want. I'll make shepherd's pie, all sorts of stuff. A lot of the time I can't eat it, but every now and again I'll have some of it, and I'll show you what I had a few nights ago. It was lasagna, and just this one piece is probably 1,000 calories. I do not skimp when it comes to cooking food. I like it to be delicious, for me and for the family. Probably more for me, really. Even if I'm not eating it, I just like making delicious food. So I'll include a picture of that. And if you think that's over 1,000 calories, please let me know, because I would like to know that. I don't think it is. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to continue doing that. I do intend to eat less of the family meals. and just continue with eating chicken or some other protein with salad and vegetables. I just don't feel the need to have that many calories in a meal if I can avoid it. I include a picture of one of the nighttime snacks I sometimes have, although recently I've not been having the nighttime snacks. I have been getting hungry though. I get hungry around 11, 12 o'clock. But that feeling of hunger is kind of encouraging. I don't know why. It kind of feels like, if I can ignore that, I'm achieving something, and that's going to help towards weight loss, which might seem obvious or it might seem stupid. I don't know. Before I finish this video, I wanted to say, so I made a quick video this morning of me making my smoothie. Just skip it if you know. It's most people know how to make a smoothie, but I think some people might think it's too much of a hassle to do, and so they just throw it out offhand because they don't have time in the morning. It takes 2 minutes to make a decent smoothie. So I'm going to show how I do it, and hopefully somebody, will pick up one of the blenders and give it a go, because it's worked wonders for me. It's really, really good. So yeah, if you don't want to watch that, just skip the rest of the video. Thank you very much, and if you have any questions, comments, put them down below, or on Reddit. I get like 2 comments a week, so if that. So I'll respond to every comment. Thank you very much for your encouragement. I've had a bunch of encouragement, especially on Reddit. That was very nice, and even in the comments of my last video, somebody said something very nice, which was lovely. So yeah, I'll keep you informed next week. So this week I am 90.7, yeah, and next week I'm hoping to break that 90 mark and go to 89.7 at least. So wish me luck. Thank you very much. Alright guys, I wanted to show you what I'm doing with my smoothie. So I've got this is the glass that comes with my Magic Bullet blender. I grabbed some blueberries in the freezer here. I always get frozen fruit, and today I've got some mango as well. So I'll just run you through this process. I've got my I'll do mango first. Empty some mango in here. Not too much mango, I think. Take out 2 pieces. There's about this much mango in there. I'm going to add blueberries. Stick that over here for now. Blueberries go in. You can use pineapple, orange, you can use anything, any fruit. Strawberries. I like blueberries quite a lot. So I'm going to put a few blueberries in here as well. That looks like too much right now, but I'm going to run these blueberries under the water first. I always clean my frozen fruit. Just give them a quick rinse under the tap before I eat them. I don't like the frosting stuff. I think it kind of messes with the flavour, so I'm just going to give those a quick clean like this. Alright, drain them up. They always reduce once you've given them a wash as well. I don't know why they shrink slightly, hasn't it? Right, so we've got that. Should I put that here? Should I put it closer? I don't know. Maybe I can tilt this a little more so you can see better. Alright, yeah. Alright. We've got blueberries and mango in there. Zero fat yogurt I use. I'm using this stuff. I live in Japan. I don't know what this would translate to. It doesn't look good and it tastes like crap when it's solo. But it adds, some protein. I should have added milk first. I forgot to add milk first. If you add milk first, it's more likely to make it through to the bottom and actually fill the thing. So 1 second, let's get rid of that. That's empty now anyway. I have another pot of that in the fridge for tomorrow. Milk. Normal milk, nothing special about it. Make sure I'm drinking whole milk here. Good, that's making its way down to the bottom as well. Sometimes the fruit can block it and you end up with milk up here and nothing down here. So a good amount of milk, just fill it up. And what I used to do is add half a banana as well. Half a banana really balances out the flavours, like the bitterness of the berries and stuff. I've stopped doing that now because I wasn't getting enough protein. So I've got this, which I guess you can't see there. This is the My Protein Impact Whey Protein. This is banana flavoured protein. And I'm just going to take 1 scoop. Now I'm going to put that in here. So you can see that, I guess. And you see it just fits in the top. Just about. In 1 scoop there's 25 grams of protein in there. The banana flavour still helps balance out the berries, so that's great. If this is still too bitter for you, I also used to add a spoonful of honey. It has to be real honey, like the stuff from the jar, not the squeezy stuff. The squeezy stuff is crap. But if you get it from a jar, usually it's 100% honey, and that helps a lot. But I don't need that anymore. I feel like the mango adds the sweetness that I need, so there's no need to be adding honey to it for me. I'm just going to put these blueberries back in the freezer and the mangoes back in the freezer. Next, I got this thing. This is my magic bullet. Goes right in here so you can see it. I am not. Oh, this is the lid for the magic bullet. So take that, pop it on now. Make sure it's tight. If it's not tight and it leaks, you are not going to enjoy it. And I'm just going to plug this in over here. Okay, so everything's in, and the magic bullet, we're all good. This is going to get loud. Good luck. Let's give it a bit of a shake. And make sure it's still tight. And we're done, pretty much. Just unplug my magic bullet there and wrap it. Stick that back on top of the fridge where it belongs. This is so easy and so quick. Like, let me show you this. Do we have? Yeah, you can see the sink here. So just unscrew that. That's what it looks like when it comes off. So easy to clean, guys. Like, just run it under the tap. Make sure you give the blades a bit of a wipe. Give it a quick check. This thing's clean. It's fantastic. Super convenient. I prefer drinking smoothies through a straw because they're messy. I got my straw, plastic straw. I hate cardboard straws. And that's it. Let me give it a taste. It's delicious. It's a little thicker than usual, so maybe a little bit more milk next time, but it still tastes fantastic. Super healthy, lots of good nutrients and stuff in that. And this replaces a breakfast or a lunch. Maybe not both, but usually I only have either a breakfast or a lunch. And then I might have, some kind of healthy snack. What did I do yesterday? Did I have something? I had my smoothie, and then I had just a small bowl of tuna with some onion and a little bit of mayonnaise in it, and that was basically my lunch, I guess. And then for dinner, I had my lasagna, which is high calorie for sure. But even then, lasagna probably, I don't know, around 900 to 1,000 calories, maybe. But with this, and then some tuna, and that lasagna, I was probably still under my 1400 calorie limit for the day, which I know is low, but it's working. I'm at what was I? This morning I was 90.7. I took a picture of the scale so that you can see that when I upload the video. Anyway, thank you. Definitely buy one of these guys. It's really, really good. It's been a game changer for me. Peace.